Brother Anthony Reddy, Principal Little Flowers High School, elders on the dais, teachers of the school, students, parents, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to you all. I am indeed very pleased to be here today and consider it an absolute honor to speak to you on this special day. My grateful thanks to the principal and the management of the school for inviting me here today. And I'm sure that what I have seen today will remain in my memories for a pretty long time. As I stand today before you, my memories go back to the month of June 1967, when I entered the school to join in the first class. I climbed few steps which are here to enter my classroom, which is just behind the dais. My class teacher was Mrs. Rajmani teacher. Well, I don't know what I have learned in first class in the year 1967, but I remember teacher beating us for not sleeping in the afternoon. Those days, we were supposed to sleep for 45 minutes after lunch break. And curiously, we were forced to keep our head in the table in front of us and close our eyes for 45 minutes. Out of curiosity, we used to open our eyes and see what's happening in the class, whether the teacher was there or not. But as soon as we opened an eye, bang came a shot on our hips. I don't know why most of the teachers select buttocks as the right place to hit. That was my first class in this school in the year 1967. Thereafter, it went on. My third class was in the first floor. There was no second and third floor during that time, only one floor. And my class teacher was Anandra teacher, a very hefty personality. Of course, I never had any beating from her, but she used to swing her arm at the student whenever he used to do something wrong. She was not bothered where the blow landed, but every child used to remember that blow throughout his tenure in that class. Thereafter, I had a number of teachers as class teachers. Very mild teacher, Sequera teacher. Mrs. Shastri used to teach biology in high school, and a couple of other teachers. But the evergreen teacher who is still working here in the school and quite active is Mary teacher. A teacher, I can say and can ouch and say, a teacher par excellence. Though she used to be tough with every student, but every one of us used to like her. Children, you don't believe, even when the old students of Little Flower meet outside, every one of us will first talk about Mary teacher and then about the school. I think we need a big applause because she has completed more than 50 years as a teacher in this school. You all should be proud of having a teacher like her who has seen education in 60s, 70s, 90s, and even now. I have been here in this school for 12 years, joined in first class, completed my intermediate in the year 1979. In those days, intermediate also was in the very same premises. And my first principal was Brother Dominic. After seeing the incident, after seeing the events today, I felt there is nothing which I can say. I thought of saying many things, but what all I wanted to say has been conveyed to you by the children. Of late, a message has been circulated in WhatsApp. I don't know whether you have received it or not. Otherwise, I'll send it to the principal. T-shirts are being printed in different colors, containing a message. Legends are always from Little Flower. What else you want? Students, now it's your responsibility to carry out this legacy. After accepting the post of a judgeship, I've been working as a judge for nearly 4.5 years. The habit of listening has become more than talking. So, I may not be in a position to talk for a pretty long time. But I just want to share a few things which I have learnt over the last 55 years, which I think every student should know. Everyone wants to be successful in life. Everyone wants to achieve the goal set up by him or his parents or by the teacher. Then what should you do? Teachers are there to guide you. Teachers are there to tell you how to do a particular thing, how to approach to a problem. But what is it that you should do? Well, friends, over years, I have learned two or three things. One of the first thing is hard work. In whichever field you are, wherever you are, in whichever class you are, there is no substitute to hard work. However intelligent you are, however knowledgeable you are, please don't forget that there's a person next to you who is more intelligent and more hardworking than you. Please don't be overconfident in life. In every field and every step, there is a competition which you have to face in future. The world which you see outside the school is something very different. The second thing which I intend to share with you all is, which I have not done, though I have been told in my school and in my college, is develop a habit of reading. Reading doesn't mean to read your textbook or read something to do with the subject which is taught in the school. What I mean is read something in general books, make it a habit. This will have effect in long run in your life. A very far-reaching advantage if you developed the habit of reading. I think every student from 5th class onwards should start reading a newspaper. In fact, during our school days, I remember during assembly session, one of the students was asked to read out the headlines of that day. What I mean to say is, you must be reading a newspaper. You must be reading either a sports column to know the scores of cricket match, or of late the craze is on football, or about film reviews. But I want you all to read the center page of an English daily every day for some time. By reading that, you not only know what's going on around you, but you will be in a position to collect some new words, which you should put it to use in your day-to-day conversation with your friends. Friends, as I said earlier, please don't think that you know everything. Your next person will be more smarter than you in the present day situation, where life is full of competition. One other thing which you also developed, why I am saying this is, after accepting this post, we are asked to go around the district and mafsal levels to take classes to our judicial officers working in subordinate judiciary. During the interaction with them, we find most of them are not communicative at all. That's why I'm saying, in the present day world, to meet the challenges in and around, you should be interactive. To become more interactive, you should have the language. I'm not saying that students of Little Flower don't have language, but the language which we speak here and the language which you are supposed to speak elsewhere is different. You should be impressive. You should be confident. You should be in a position to put forward your view, which should not have any doubt, even if it is an incorrect one. Friends, my view is, life is not just about marks or grades, which are of course important, but most important is developing a confident and truthful personality. We are all, dear teachers, a small message to you all. We are all living in times where the pace of events is indeed fast. So fast, today's latest becomes obsolete tomorrow. Dear teachers, in educating today's youth, you cannot afford to lose sight of the fact that you must teach them to grapple with the problems of their generation, their society, and their world. Yesterday's solution to today's problem will not suffice. You should make the children of Little Flower ready for a global stage, making them fit to compete with the best brains in the world. This is what every parent who admits his children want. Friends, I am here today and I can say without any amount of certainty that what all I am here today is because of my teachers. The teachers who have taught me over the past 12 years in this school, right from class 1 to intermediate second year. I conclude by quoting a small poem, 2 sentences from a poem which I learnt in this school itself. Probably English teachers will be knowing the author of that poem. I don't know whether it is T.S. Eliot or Wordsworth. It's a poem where the poet describes River Thames, which flows through London. The poet talks about the civilizations which sprang up and vanished on the banks of River Thames. Every paragraph of that poem contains a couplet saying, "Men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. People like me will come and go. People like you will also come and go, but we all should see that institution like Little Flower continues forever." Thank you.